What up, YouTube? This is GiantBuff3 here. They had a hotfix patch where they buffed up Queen because they said that her Carnage builds were like, her primary way of playing, and they want to buff up her shotgun and her knife gameplay, which I agree with. I would really only use the shotgun build for like Freya and Juno, and then I would almost never use the knife build. I tried it. I really did. I tried to make it work. And it was great early game. Like if we like mercy ruled them or like round 4, then like great. Otherwise it sucked late game. But they might have buffed Gracie a little too much. We're about to find out. So Royal Bolts got increased damage. Great. Love to see it, right? Twisted Knife got extended duration, which really doesn't affect much because like it gives you more adrenaline rush whenever you kill them, right? But Thrill of Battle still doesn't work to like your allies get that heal. And like a lot of this game mode is like burst damage, like a ton of damage. So I don't really know how much Twist the Knife's buff's gonna really help. Blade Parade we will get to later. Merciless Magnetism increased range, and then Thick Skull's damage reduction is 75%. So now we could probably even go a survival build, and I can show that off later as well. But let me talk about Blade Parade for a second. From 35% to 100% is a huge jump. Let me show you what I mean. So if I just click on Blade Parade, right? No charging up right now. I do 65 impact damage plus the wound, right? 65 times 2 is 130. Reaper by default has 250. Or no, 300? Is it 300 health? Point is, it's about halfway. That is like a ton of health, right? That's without ability power. By round 3, if you select Reckoner's Roar and you go something like Mark of Kitsune so that your next weapon damage does ability damage as well, and then select like a few of these 10% ones, custom stock maybe, and power playbook, this is super cheap. You can probably get this by round 3, right? And if not, like you'll be like slightly off, but I think you need like 55%. But watch this. And this is gonna be, I'm gonna just let you know that this is a body shot. He didn't exactly get one-shotted, but, that's because I also didn't shout, right? Yeah, so. If I shout, that's just enough to kill him. And like, of course, like by round 3, the Reaper's health is probably going to increase by like a little bit. Everyone else's health is going to increase by like a little bit, but you can still like, and then you still get like, another shot for your Mark of Kitsune. Like the way that like you can stack these around, and even like you can like add like Let's Go into this or like Merciless Magnetism, and then like just kind of like one-shot people. Like they'd have to go into like a survival build kind of sort of, right? Speaking of which, if you yourself are going to go a survival build, right? And let's say you go Thick Skull, which is 75% damage reduction. Crazy. You could also go Undying Loyalty in order to, whenever you shout, your entire like team gets health. This makes it so that you get more over health, plus it has a bigger radius for shit. Reckoner's Roar would be nice because you do a bit of a wound damage in order to keep you up. Thrill of Battle depends on your supports, but like you could do that. Chop Chop is required though because you're gonna try to extend the 75% damage reduction as long as you can. But just something like along these lines, if you're versing a Zarya specifically, you can go, I don't know how to pronounce that, but there's like damage reduction field, which is like, as long as they're doing continuous damage to you, which she will be with Beam, you stack up your damage reduction, and like Mei will also be hitting you probably too, right? But if you're going against like a Reinhardt, for instance, there is, Where is that one? Divine Intervention, where if you take more than 100 damage at once, which he probably will with one of his swings, you start restoring your health and your shields. So it really just depends on how you want to go about it, depending on who you're versing. But viable, I think this is viable now with how much damage reduction it is. And then as far as like the new Royal Builds build, I don't think that it really changes the build. It just gets like slightly better. But something I like to go for this guy is if you're gonna get headshots anyway, you might as well go for the closer. That way, whenever you get a headshot, you can see him behind a wall. And then you can add stuff like Bloodhound Mask, so that you get a bonus weapon power for each enemy that has that. And because it says for each, you can also do like Reckoner's Roar. You don't have to invest in ability power in order for this to be useful. As long as they are wounded at all, you're gonna get benefit for Bloodhound Mask on top of you shooting them like in the head and stuff. So yeah, hopefully I will try out these builds and I will let you know. I'll make a longer video about this. But yeah, have fun with the Hotfix.